Hello, hello, great afternoon, champions. This is Tracee Randall with Tracee's Arsenal. So excited to share this segment of Tracee's Arsenal, your battle plan for better health. It is holiday season. It is upon us, and I can already feel the tension in the air. The holiday season is so much fun, but at the end of the day, we are in such a panic, such a high stress level. What happens? Our immune system crashes and we get sick. That's how it works. I want to give you 5 simple steps today of how you can make a difference, how you can make this holiday season different. And I'm excited to do that. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes as people join us. I hope that you have. If you've joined me and you can hear me okay and see me okay, I'd love a little feedback from you today. I see a few people are joining me now. That is wonderful. I know there's a little camera delay from the time I hit go until people actually see me. There's the miracle, wonderful world of the internet. It is exciting. But I'm here to share some great information with you today. I actually did a series of calls in 2015, Tracee's Arsenal, and I shared something very similar to this, which thanks for the heads up. Glad you can hear me, and welcome to those who've joined me live. So I did a series of Arsenal calls, and I went back this morning and listened to the one that I did on the holidays and stress, and I have to tell you, it was extremely powerful. I got some great nuggets that I'd kind of forgotten about, and I've got some new nuggets that I want to share with you. But as I put on my post earlier today, get this, people, it's 9 weeks, 63 days until Christmas Day. And by far, this is the most stressful time of the year. We put so much pressure on ourselves to perform, so much pressure on ourselves to make sure all of the holiday parties and obligations that we feel have to happen get met. And because of that, people do 2 things during the holidays. And I hate to say this, but it's just the truth. You know, there's nothing like sharing the truth, and it's time for us to get our heads out of the sand. It's time for us to stop doing the same things every single year and doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. How many of you, raise your hand if at the end of last year you remember saying, I'm going to do better next year? And yet we get caught up in our chaotic worlds. You know, every single day, it doesn't matter if you're if you're single, if you're married, whether you have children or are childless, none of it matters. We all are over obligating ourselves. We live in a high-tech world. We live in a world where everything is at our fingertips. We want to do it all. And yet we are literally killing ourselves from lack of knowledge. We are doing it all at the risk of our health. And I know this to be the truth. Now, I do like to stand up on my soapbox and tell the truth and let people know that it's time to stop the madness. People, it's time to stop the madness. How do we know that the world that we're living in today is causing our health to decline? Well, it's obvious. Look around. Social media is the best place if you want to see what's really going on with the health of your friends, your family, and people that you don't even know. Spend about a half hour on social media, Facebook. You will see so many prayer requests, and they're real, people. They're real. We are seeing so many more people that are being diagnosed with every kind of chronic disease out there at younger and younger ages. I hope that I don't have to share the statistics with you, but I'm going to anyway, because here's what I found. People think, wow, it's not going to happen to me. Well, I have news for you. Unless you make some changes, listen to me closely, unless you make some changes, either you or your children will, without a shadow of a doubt, be diagnosed with a chronic disease at some point. Our immune systems are getting weaker and weaker. So there's some simple things that we can do, very simple things, I promise simple, that we can do that will change the health profile, the health legacy that we're leaving our families. You know, even if our children were to stay healthy and we don't, right now, many of you know that I am my husband Bobby and I are taking care of my mom, who's just suddenly come to live with us at 78 years old. diagnosed with so many chronic issues you wouldn't believe. And sadly, that generation believes that as they get older, things have to happen to their bodies, and they have to get sicker and weaker and get on, medications. I don't believe that that's true. I believe that we can avoid those things if we take control of our health today. Why is it during the holiday season we tend to see more and more people get the flu? Why do more and more people get, sick, strep throat, colds? Why is that? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's probably because of a couple of things. One, our stress levels are at an all-time high. We try to pack more into the next 63 days than we do the entire rest of the year because we feel obligated. Two, it's not the weather change. People like to excuse me, scratchy throat from talking, not anything else, but we like to blame the weather, the change in the seasons, for our sicknesses. But what I know is that here in Georgia, we're still like in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and we haven't had but maybe one cool day. At the end of the day, people are being diagnosed with the flu right now today. So why is that in this season specifically, people get sicker? Well, couple things. Stress levels at an all-time high, and so much more goodies and treats that people allow themselves to eat because it's the holidays, and they put off their good health habits until the first of the year. I can't tell you how many people I've worked with who have said around Thanksgiving, around, well, it starts at the end of October, Halloween, couple of weeks away. People say, I'm just going to let things go. I can't lose weight anyway. It's the holidays. They defeat themselves before it even starts. And they say, I'm just going to not worry about, losing weight. I'm not going to worry about if I gain a little bit of weight. Everybody gains weight over the holidays, and I'm going to wait until the first of the year. That is the worst thing you can do. You're starting your new year with a deficit. Who wants to start with a deficit? I tell you, I'm sitting here before you, and I can tell you that I am 57 years old, and since I started this protocol in 2007, I literally haven't been sick a day in my life, and I have this much energy, this much strength and power, and just feel so peaceful in the midst of all of this chaos. At 57 years old, I feel better today than I did in my 20s. Why? Because I'm taking these steps that I'm about to share with you. So according to Bob Wright, who's the founder of the American Anti-Cancer Institute, I work very closely with Bob, and actually he's just made me the director of the International Wellness Research Center, and that's pretty exciting. And I'm on the board of the AACI now, so I work very closely with Bob Wright. And in his book, he states this: the only defense against cancer, the only defense against any chronic disease is a strong immune system. People, it is time for us to make these changes, boost and build our immune system. And when we're in a season like we are right now with the holidays upon us, we have to take extra precaution to boost our immune system. Well, people are already stressed out about the money they have to spend. So I'm going to give you 5 simple things that I do over the holidays and have been doing now for at least 5 years that has made our holiday season so much better, so much more powerful, and so much more meaningful. We get caught up in that season of commercialism, what we think we have to do because it's just what society does. I'm going to ask you to swim upstream this year. Go against the grain. Do something different. Really enjoy the holidays. Don't make it stressful. I love this time of the year. I love the weather. I love the sound of the Christmas carols and the songs and the cozy fires and all of those things. And I promise you, my stress level does not go up at all. In fact, I find time to relax over the holidays, which most people don't do. And, it might seem, when you first think about it, to be a selfish proclamation. I'm going to relax. I'm going to live a stress-free holiday. I'm not going to be pushed into the hustle and bustle that the world pushes me into this year. I'm going to do something different. And for a lot of people on the outside think, well, gosh, that seems pretty selfish because, there are obligations that have to happen over the holidays. I'm going to tell you, it's really up to you. And our family made a decision together that we were going to make some changes 5 years ago, really almost 6 years ago, when my granddaughter, Shalom, was born. So it's time to stop the madness. It's time to quit doing the same things over and over and over again and expecting different results. Mom, it's time. We may not like these changes that I'm going to tell you about, but I don't have to tell you what's happening in the world today. I am going to give you these statistics. 1 in 2 people will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. What is the difference between those 1 and 2 people? I have to tell you, the only difference is the immune system, what the choices that we make on a daily basis. And we have to make some changes in our family, especially if you have children. You must make some changes now so that they have any hope for a future. Cancer is the #1 killer of our children. More and more children are being diagnosed with all kinds of issues, and quite frankly, because of what we're clouding their brains with, because we're putting our children in such a high stress mode, they can't even think for themselves. What are we going to do 20, 30 years from now when our 6-year-olds are running the world? We got to get them healthy, folks. It is time. So with 1 in 2 people being diagnosed with some chronic disease, and cancer in our lifetime, what are we going to do over the holidays this year that is different? Well, first of all, we know that there are a lot of holiday parties, and almost every event you go to, they use it as a way to bring those cookies and sweets into the house, and it's okay because it's the holidays. I'm not going to tell you to completely try to fast or give up sugar over the holidays. That would be ridiculous, and no one would do it. Everybody would turn me off. Nobody would share me. But I am going to tell you some things that you can do during this season that will make an impact on your holiday parties. And guess what? You might not even gain weight this holiday season. I've lost weight over the holidays just by taking these extra precautions, and you can too. And of course, we know it's not really about weight, but that's what people focus on. They focus on what they look like on the outside, and we know that extra fat around the middle and all over our body is an indication that we're doing some things wrong. So we want to turn that around and do it right. But not only do we want to look healthy on the outside, we want to be healthy on the inside. So holiday parties, what you want to do is you want to prepare in advance. Now, I actually have step number 5 or 4 that I'm going to move up to step number 1. Number 1 is during the season, you have to learn to say no to some of the holiday parties. You have to. You can't do it all. You can't do everything. So it's really important this time of the year that you learn to say no. Take a look at the next 63 days. What parties, what events is it that you really want to go to, not that you feel like you have to go to? Plan it out. Take a look. You might be going to 1 extra party a week, 2 extra parties a week. Also bear in mind that this holiday season, people are going to be serving those treats everywhere. So you have to make a decision that you're going to have your 1 or 2 day where you partake in the holiday goodies. The rest of the week, I'm going to ask you to avoid fast, sugary treats. Don't buy them for your home. Don't bring them into your house. Only be tempted outside of your home. That's going to make a huge difference. So if you normally have goodies around your house and things that are weakening your immune system, a small amount of sugar weakens the immune system for up to 4 hours. So let's say that you're even at home, you eat a sugary sweet, something with sugar in it, your immune system is weak, you go to the grocery store and you come into contact with the flu germ virus or strep throat, and because your immune system is weak, now your body can't fight that germ and you get sick. Nobody wants to get sick over the holidays. So no sugar, no candy, no junk at your house. only make the decision starting today that you'll only eat it when you leave the house and go out. And so let's say that you're going to a party on Friday night. You know that there are going to be treats there. Now, you can use this system anytime, but this time of the year is when people really, really get crazy, right? So what you want to do prior to going to a party, about 3 hours before I'm going to go, I begin to prepare. I begin to drink. Of course, I drink a lot of water anyway, but I want you to just really drink a lot of lemon water. Now, the way you want to create your lemon water is just put half a lemon in a gallon of water, throw it in your fridge, let it sit overnight, don't squeeze it. That's some incredible alkaline water. You want to start drinking water that morning and 3 hours before the party. Really start drinking the water. Why? Two things. It fills you up. It will help cut cravings, and it also boosts the immune system. You know that you're going to that party and your immune system's going to get weaker, so you want to do whatever you can prior to. So you want to boost your immune system by drinking lots of water. If you can double or triple the amount of water you're drinking that day, that would be a great thing. And then you want to take some sort of supplement to boost the immune system as well. I have 2 or 3 product lines that I really recommend. Choose one of them, and that will be what you're going to use to boost your immune system. Now, if you want the information of what products I endorse, what products Bob and I actually endorse, I want you to email me. The email address is productsaaci@gmail.com. I'll repeat that, and maybe someone can help me out by putting the comment down. Products with an S, AACI@gmail.com, and I'll send you the link and the information on the product that I use that I believe I know will boost your immune system. It'll do a whole lot more than that, but that'll get you started for the holiday season. So I take my supplement, drink my water. Then I'm going to eat something before the event. But you go, oh, but you know, I don't want those extra calories, Tracee. I don't want to eat something before the event. I want to be, yeah, you want to be hungry, but don't you want to be healthy and less stressful too? And you don't want to gain weight over the holidays. So eat something healthy, a big piece of fruit, some grapes, something sweet, because it'll satisfy that sweet craving naturally and make you feel less hungry. So I eat grapes, maybe an avocado, which is an incredible product. Thank you, Marla. An incredible product that food that you can eat prior to it. Don't eat chips and junk. Eat something healthy. So this means planning in advance. It means having fruit there. It means having an avocado there. Eat something. Eat some vegetables. Drink your water. You want to. I have to tell you this. You want to take them with you and eat them. Snack on them on the way to the event. By the time you get to the event, now what you're ready for is just to have a tasting. You don't want to just indulge and be starving and eat all the junk out there. What I do when I go to a party is I will look around at the party table and I'll say, ooh, I love red velvet cupcakes. I'm going to have a red velvet cupcake. Ooh, I love cheesecake. I'm going to have a little bite of the cheesecake. And I take and I'll get one, listen to this, one dessert at a time on my plate. I eat it slowly. I ask the hostess for some lemon water, and sometimes I'll even be crazy enough to bring my own lemon with me because I want to keep my immune system strong, and I don't want to be drinking junk. You know, we have so many empty calories in the drinks that are being served, and you want to drink that water even while you're there. Now, I have a product line that I use called Organo. It's a healthy coffee, tea, and hot chocolate line. It's infused with an herb called Ganoderma, the most powerful alkaline food in the world. And you can't see, taste, or smell the herb, but the coffee tastes great. And it's a little bit pricier than the coffee you would make at home or even the coffee that they're going to serve. But I always take a packet with me to drink at the party. That way, I know that I'm going to have something that tastes good. I don't feel like I'm, the only one at the party that's not drinking something that tastes good, but I'm still drinking something healthy. And if you want information about Organo, again, just shoot me an email. I'll send you that link. I see that I have a good friend watching me today, Susan Guthrie. She has a product that's phenomenal, Isogenics. They have protein shakes and all kinds of great things that, and some products to boost and build the immune system. So I now appreciate your comment, Susan. And there may be others that I've missed, but I just happened to glance up and see that one. So make that commitment that you're only going to partake. And the reason that I want you to only get one dessert each time is I want you to think about what you're putting into your mouth. Everything that you put into your mouth is either serving you well or creating a healthy, life, or causing some issues in your health. And so when you have to go back to the dessert table and get that next little bite, you're going to eat less if you do that. And, really it comes down to how important is your health. Some people might say, that's just too hard. That's too ridiculous. I'm not going to do it. Well, this isn't for you then. This is for those people that are ready to take control of their life and make a difference and set an example for their children and the next generation. So take that supplement, drink lots of water, all of that before a holiday party. And then when I come home, that after the party, I always take in an extra dose of my supplement. If I didn't get a chance to drink my organo, I always drink my tea before I go to bed. And it does not keep you awake, by the way. I can give you some information about organo that's really powerful. Let's see. So there you go. That's going to help you at the holiday parties. Another thing that's raising stress in our lives is in the holiday season is that we are overspending. We are not thinking about tomorrow. We're thinking about today. The rich and wealthy are future minded, which means that typically they're healthier than everyone else. Typically they're stressed, but they're future minded. I want you to consider, no matter what your economic standing is, if you've got plenty of money and plenty of savings and lots of extra money, great. If you don't, that's okay too. I think everyone should follow this principle. What are the holidays about anyway? It's about family. It's about love. It's about getting together. It's about laughter and really just enjoying each other's company. For some of us, it's about the birth of Christ. For others, whatever your religious background is or your faith is, the holidays are designed to spread love, not to spend money. But we've made it commercial. This is where you've got to swim upstream, folks. This is where you've got to be different than the masses. 6 years ago, when my first granddaughter was born, my son and daughter-in-law, Katrina, came to me and said, we don't want to commercialize the season for our children, and we want you to buy into this. Well, of course, we were ready to do it. I remember so many Christmases where we had so many presents sitting in front of that Christmas tree on Christmas morning. My two boys took half the day to open the presents. They would want to play with one toy, and we would say, no, you got to open this next one. No, you got to open this next one. And there was so much stress. And then by the end of the day, they were exhausted, stressed out, and they might have chosen one toy to play with, and all those other toys just get set aside. And we are spending so much money. And I think a lot of times as parents, we do it out of guilt. We do it because we feel like we don't give them enough time and attention, or maybe we just do it because that's what everybody else does. Maybe we want to keep up with the Joneses. Maybe we want our kids to go back to school and say, hey, this is what I got for Christmas. I'm telling you, it's time to make some changes. So we created what we call the blessing tree. Now we do all give one gift, a well thought out, amazing gift to our granddaughter. And, I shop at consignment stores. I think it's foolish today to go to a retail outlet, retail shopping store, and spend hundreds of dollars on something that you can get for 1/10 of the price. Last year, I got my grandson, who was 5 years old, an electric guitar for his age that was at a consignment store, still in the box, obviously never played with by the child that got it. Why? Probably got too many toys and they never used it. But for $10. and he loved it. Of course he did. And so, so anyway, you don't have to spend all that money on gifts. Bobby and I, a lot of people use it as, it just about blows me away when I see couples where they'll say, oh, my husband bought me a diamond ring, or my husband bought me this or that. And you're thinking, no, buy that, don't add that to the stress of the holidays, because really what we're doing is just we're trying to up each other. The blessing tree is where we sit around the tree on Christmas Eve and we give the gift of positive faith formations to each other. We share what we love and like about each other. That is our gift to each other. It's a beautiful, beautiful time together. And actually, if you go to my website, TraceeRandall.com, I have Tracee's Arsenal, and you can see the calls. I did a call last year where I shared exactly in detail what we do with the blessing tree. It's beautiful. And, the beautiful thing of it is you can create your own, a way that you want to express it over the holidays. I'm just telling you what we do, and it's just been such a blessing. And by the end of the night, there's little blessings and love notes to each other all over the tree, which we attach to beautiful white feathers. And then we spend the rest of another 30 minutes or so telling each other what we'd like each other to pray for. And that's a beautiful thing. And we have a commitment to each other that we're just going to give the gift of love. Give the gift of positive words into someone's life that you don't stop to do on a regular basis. But go to TraceeRandall.com, Tracee's Arsenal, and it's about the third one down. You'll see the recorded number and then the reference number for the blessing tree. I promise you it will bless you. And if you can get your family to buy in, it will make all the difference in the world. But why would you want to go into the first of next year in debt, having to pay back those credit cards? Because what we know is nobody's got that much extra money. We're all putting it on credit cards, and then our debt goes up, our stress levels go up, our immune systems go down, and there you have it. For the last 6 years, I haven't gone to a retail store at all during the holidays. I don't have to, because I only buy for my grandchildren. Now, granted, I have 4 grandchildren, but I can go to a consignment store and find 4 gifts that they will love. And you know what? Because my grandchildren have never been lavished with toys, they go into their home rooms at this time of the year, and they find the toys that they no longer play with. They put it all together and they donate it. I love that. I think it's so powerful. I'm begging you, try it this year. Get your family to buy in. And you know what? When people give me gifts, I thank them. I thank them. I say, thank you so much for thinking about me. I'm so grateful that you did. And I have no guilt that I don't have something to give to them in return. Because here's what I do. When someone gives me a gift, I have learned just to accept it, say thank you, and I try at that point to do something special for them. Maybe, go out to coffee with them, go, do something special with and for them. Maybe just send them a little note of thank you and what they mean to me. But I don't feel an obligation to return the gifting. I used to buy 5 to 10 extra gifts every year that were just no-name gifts. So when someone gave me a gift, I would have something to give them back in return. A candle or a coffee cup. It's stuff, y'all, that doesn't matter. Give the gift of love. Send a note this year. If you want to give a gift to someone, write them a handwritten note on a beautiful piece of paper, handwrite it, throw a little confetti in there, and tell them how much you care about them and what they've meant to you over this past year. Do you realize the difference that would make in someone's life? Because people don't stop to do that. That is more powerful than a $10 gift that someone will probably re-gift next year. And whatever you do, I know that baking and giving goodies is what a lot of people love to do, and that's their love language. Think about what you're doing. We're trying our best to boost and build our immune system. And when we have cookies and candies in our homes, I have to say, I think that season of our life has to be over. We have to just be selective when we do that. And I know this isn't a message that you like to hear, but it's the truth. Learn to say no, get more sleep, turn off the TV at night. Don't go to sleep by the TV. Go to sleep with some pretty music, or a positive self-development video or something that turns off when it's done. But don't go to sleep with that TV. It's killing and weakening our immune system. It's keeping us from sleeping deeply. If you go to sleep listening to something positive in your ear, some positive uplifting music, or even the sound of rain, or the rustle of the wind, or whatever, you're going to sleep more deeply, and sleep strengthens the immune system. Forget about being perfect. My husband used to spend 30 days putting up Christmas decorations at our house. And I love this season, but a few selected decorations, we just got to stop commercializing this season. We have to. We do decorate, we put up the lights, we put up the trees. We do it, but we don't go so crazy that it consumes our life and raises our stress level. Forget about perfection. Stop. Forget about it. Let go of perfection and being perfect. You don't have to be perfect this time of the year or any time of the year. So many of us that are A+ personalities just believe that if we don't have everything in place, and I really think that we're overcompensating for some things that I know for me, I hid my lack of self-esteem behind doing things and being that person. I don't have to be that person anymore. My grandkids, all they want is to be with me, and for me to sit on the floor and color, or draw with them. That's all they want. Read books to them. That's what they want, and that's really what people want from all of us, is to spend time with them. How can we do that when we spend, I just can't even think about the times that we would sit around and we were in such a hurry to open those stupid presents, and then nobody even wore them or used them, and we were sitting there in debt. So I hope this has been helpful. I probably gave you more than 5 simple steps to reduce stress over the holidays. The most important thing that I can tell you that you need to change is your mind. You need to change your mindset. If you don't change your mind about how you view your health, then nothing's going to change, and you're going to fall right into that pattern. Make a decision today. Let your family know, this is what I'm going to do this year. I hope that you'll do the same, and just and be good with it. Be happy with it. They'll watch you and they'll say, wow, that was powerful. So again, if you want more information about the supplements that I use, the organo coffee and teas and hot chocolate this time of the year, perfect time to get some in your house. Email me productsaaci@gmail.com. Go to traceerandall.com, get my Tracee's Arsenal. Oh, and you can get my free workshop, Get Mad About Cancer, on my website, just right there on the sidebar to the right, a black and red banner, Get Mad About Cancer workshop, 5 simple steps. It is 5 simple steps that you can use to help make a decision that cancer won't touch you or the ones that you love. So this has been Tracee Randall with Tracee's Arsenal. Thanks so much for all of you. I can't wait to go back and look at some of the comments that you've made. I appreciate you sharing, letting other people know about this. We can make a difference. We can change the health legacy of our family and other families if we will just make these changes. So goodbye, everybody.